Joe Biden.
Biden is in such bad shape, Jesse, that at Jimmy Carter's funeral, people were offering condolences to Dr. Jill.
Greg, he had 4 years. He never even conquered Canada.
Yeah.
What a waste of time. And Canada was just begging to be conquered. Trump left Biden a world that was much more peaceful and safer than Biden is leaving him. If you think about what was left for Joe, peace, secure border. Now Trump's coming in. He's looking at 2 hot proxy wars that cartels are dominating the border. We just had the second deadliest terror attack domestically here since 9/11. Mm-hmm. And the former FBI director on his way out said, yeah, there's Chinese sleeper cells all over the country, by the way. I mean, this is not a good look. And he talks about all these alliances. Our allies' leaders were laughing at Joe behind his back. They were scheduling meetings so he wouldn't fall asleep. They were scheduling dinners earlier, and he'd still skip them because he was so tired. So, what's the Biden doctrine? I have no idea. The Biden mantra was don't. Everybody violated it. Mm-hmm. He's probably not going to get a presidential library, and that's good because there's really not a lot to say.
Yeah, they'd all have to be picture books. Pop.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
The illegals again over here in Houston. Told you. It's the illegals again over here in Houston. Unbelievable. Oh, what's going on, beautiful people? My brothers and sisters, I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all them beautiful Patriots' life, man. They say at the funeral, at the Jimmy Carter funeral, man, it was so bad. It got so bad they started giving condolences to Jill at the funeral. That's how bad Joe Biden is being. Man. Whew, boy. We are 5 days out, y'all. And it can't get here any faster. That administration, the worst administration, worst presidency. A deep investigation. As they spit into the face of the American people. Just spit in the face of everybody. A disgrace. Wiped everybody through the mud, man. People have lost their lives. People have lost everything. Lives devastated. And then a couple hours ago, he just gonna come out and tell all the California victims $770. One-time payment. You see what Kamala did when for the hurricane victims? Chameleon. Their DEI candidate. They're not qualified candidate. Drunk as hell. Yeah. This administration here, boy. But boy, we got big things happening, y'all. We got more breaking news. Let's go and jump into this. But RFK Jr. stepping. Make America healthy again is stepping. They just banned all the red dye and the food coloring. They just banned the red dye. They said that was getting everybody cancer. Man, I told y'all that they haven't even hit office yet. And things are already taking place. Yeah, Trump ain't even made it. Inauguration hasn't even happened yet. And big things have already been happening. Yeah, told y'all. Hope y'all ready. Hope y'all ready. We're going to make America great again. We're going to make America healthy again. All above. America safe again. Strong again. I'm telling you. I'm here for it.
1 week until Joe Biden swaps the new codes for pudding cups, and the old man starting his farewell tour. Biden giving a speech today, spinning his foreign policy record as a plus, despite handing Trump a world in chaos.
New era has begun. In these 4 years, we faced crises that we've been tested. We've come through those tests stronger, in my view, than we entered those tests. So when I took office, I had a choice.
To go to sleep, go on vacation. Yeah. That's what he was going to say, y'all. to go to sleep or go on vacation. And then I think he did both. He went on vacation and fell asleep. Funding vacations for criminals. Come back, and then he pardons criminals. Criminals pardoning criminals. Disgrace.
Only I saw no reason to keep thousands of servicemen in Afghanistan. It was time to end the war and bring our troops home, and we did. They don't even believe climate change is real.
And did it in disgrace.
I think they come from a different century. They're wrong. They are dead wrong.
Boy, who the hell is he talking to at this point?
Yeah.
Dana, he says a new era has begun. I think the new era is ending. We got 7 days to go. What did you think of his his claim about immigration, the numbers going down under him?
Well, so he said, let's be perfectly clear. When I came in, the numbers went way down. Sir, that is not the case. He also said he messed up and he said, I tried to get a lot of Secret Service agents down there. I think he meant National Guard. But I mean, the only people more excited for next Monday and the changeover than like the American people are the congressional Democrats, because they are tired of having to try to defend it. He talked about his foreign policy wins today and never mentioned Afghanistan. Oh, but his national security advisor went on over the weekend and says it's definitely a success, and that history will see as a success. That's like giving an economic speech and ignoring inflation, which is what they did, which is why he's not president again, by the way. I also think that when you remember a couple weeks ago, or was it even last week, when he yelled at the reporters and said, I know more world leaders than all of you. What did that get us?
Yeah.
I think that we're in a situation now where it is possible that there might be a deal to get the hostages released. But the fact that we're still negotiating with Hamas to try to get these hostages back is outrageous. You might have some more situations that maybe get resolved in this first month. I do understand there's decent cooperation between the Trump administration and the Biden administration on some of these big foreign policy issues. And I hope for all of our sakes that's true. But, you know, like when a marriage breaks up and there's a separation, but they can't leave the house because they don't have enough money. So the husband's living in the basement and she's living upstairs, but now he's moving out. And she's just counting the days, and that would be us.
Yeah, you know, Judge, he reminds me of a pathetic villain in a movie. The movie's over, he lost, the credits have rolled, people have left the theater, and he's still there going, what do I do next? I thought I did a great job.
Well, the fact is that he's still saying that he could have beat Trump, and he said Kamala could have beat Trump.
Yeah, he's senile.
Kamala lost to Trump. I mean, the man is a mess. But there are two things that I come away with having read this. He's delusional. He says that we've reclaimed.
No, that was really crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't. When he came out and said that, and he said that, I believe during that press conference, he said, I could have beaten Trump and Kamala couldn't beat Trump. You know, sir, you blew your motor and transmission live on stage, sir. The alternator went bad. The battery was dead and shot. You know, can't see throughout the windshield all busted up and cracked. Your tail lights nothing works, sir. Boy.
American global leadership, and we've put our adversaries in a position of weakness. Who's he talking about? Okay, if he wants to take credit for the destruction of Hamas, I will not let him do that. It is Netanyahu who takes credit for ignoring Biden, for ignoring the slow walking of the munitions that Netanyahu needed. And when Sullivan comes out and he says American people are safer than they've been in the last 4 years, I mean, you're not talking about Jews, because Jews can't even get into class on some campuses. They're being assaulted. Americans are being assaulted by illegals who are let in by you, by criminals who are not being kept in jail because of Democrats. I mean, the whole thing is crazy. And my second point and last point is this. I grew up in an all-American family. My father was a veteran. My mother was pretty much a housewife. Everything was great. It was God, church, and country and family. And when Joe Biden left Afghanistan, he left before all the Americans were out of Afghanistan. And for the first time, I realized that the cavalry isn't always coming, that we will leave soldiers behind. And that's on Joe Biden.
Biden is in such bad shape, Jesse, that at the Jimmy Carter's funeral, people were offering condolences to Dr. Jill.
Greg, he had 4 years. He never even conquered Canada.
Yeah.
What a waste of time. And Canada was just begging to be conquered. Trump left Biden a world that was much more peaceful and safer than Biden is leaving him. If you think about what was left for Joe, peace, secure border. Now Trump's coming in. He's looking at 2 hot proxy wars that cartels are dominating the border. We just had the second deadliest terror attack domestically here since 9/11. And the former FBI director on his way out said, yeah, there's Chinese sleeper cells all over the country, by the way. I mean, this is not a good look. And he talks about all these alliances. Our allies' leaders were laughing at Joe behind his back. They were scheduling meetings so he wouldn't fall asleep. They were scheduling dinners earlier, and he'd still skip them because he was so tired. So, what's the Biden doctrine? I have no idea. The Biden mantra was don't. Everybody violated it. He's probably not going to get a presidential library, and that's good because there's really not a lot to say.
Yeah, they'd all have to be picture books, pop-ups. Jessica, you must be relieved that in 7 days you may never have to talk about this human being again.
0% chance that happens working here. So we'll just talk about him straight through the Trump administration. How about, did you see what Trump did? And they're like, Joe Biden is senile. I'm not loving the way this is on the way out.
Predicting something that will not happen.
Okay.
Typical liberal.
Okay. When he talks about our enemies that are weakened, he's talking about Iran and Russia, and all the credit to the Israelis for what they have done vis-a-vis Iran. And Syria would not have been able to fall if Bibi had not been in constant assault against Iran. Obviously, the U.S. is helping tremendously with that. I wanted to say, though, Antony Blinken has done a couple long-form interviews on his way out, and he did one with The Daily. And I personally felt this way, and a lot of my liberal friends were also really disappointed in it and didn't feel that he could properly articulate the Biden doctrine, what they had accomplished, and really make this argument that our alliances are stronger. We have new NATO members because of this. The pro-democracy coalition across the world has been enhanced. And I think that that's a big problem, not only for the Biden legacy and for Democrats, but kind of how we look at this period. And that really surprised me because I expected to be kind of blown away by the interview for someone, who obviously speaks well, has all this incredible experience. And I would recommend that people listen to it to just kind of hear how they're framing it up.
All right. There you go. Up next, inside Trump's shocking